Hey guys, it's Steve with Card Overflow, and I'm here with.
Big Ma.
Alright, Nick, what'd you do over the weekend?
I top 32 YCS Philadelphia. We're playing Purrely.
Alright, let's get right into the deck profile. Show me what we were doing.
Alright, I'll go over all the Purrely cards first. Played 3 white cat, 3 black cat. And then these are the different cards I played, but I played 3 my friend, 3 happy, 3 pretty, 3 delicious, and 3 sleepy. This is all standard here, but the reason why I played 2 of this and then 1 of this, when I was testing, my version goes into beauty and trap card a lot turn 1 instead of trying to rush for the plump. Even new bandlets, you can't do that anymore. So when you set up beauty, it's a interrupt, and then when you upgrade it to a soft noir where it has like 1 or 2 spins, it's still as good as kind of like setting up the big noir. And then on your follow back turn, when you get this on board, what you can then do is kind of make the hard noir that turn and draw aggressively off the sleepies, and then like upgrade to the next one to draw again. So the soft setup with some hand traps or interruption was really good with this beauty and trap cards, so I was a big fan of this. This is the reason why I think I did well. And it's a good discard when you're kind of running out of cats to kind of keep playing. In the mirror match, when you go second, when your deck doesn't have an out to noir, your only out is to bait the noir. So if they have a 7 material noir and you play this, they're not going to automatically kind of spin this away. But then what you end up doing next is either make your own noir or a beauty in between. And what you'll do is, if they start to interrupt you, they can't target your monsters. They have to target your field spell first. And then on the next activation, it goes from 5 to 3. So then you kind of have like a response to do something at least. You'll still get affected by the noir in some degree, but at least you get to play more. So I'm a really big fan of this. I played 1 mirror, and this stopped my opponent from Book of Mooning one of my black cats from being summoned off the spell. So this is pretty standard here.
That's awesome.
These are all my going second cards. 3 Imperm. Imperm was really, really good. All the effect negation cards were really strong. You really just wanted to draw pairs of them when you're going second, and then off of Noir as well. I'm bad at hand traps. I don't know how to do things. So I just had 2, 2, 2. This was set 2 until Thursday night, where I swapped the second ogre for the 3rd talents. So I'll explain these first, and then I'll kind of get into this. Book of Moon was really good. The first person I saw to play Purrely with this was Pac at a regional, and he said it was 3 was good. But the reason why this was crazy is when you want to set up a black cat to get a my friend guaranteed, the first spell can bring out a black cat, and if they imperm that and you chain book, you can then grab my friend, and then my friend follows up with grabbing something, say like pretty, and then you special a second black cat, and then you have beauty, my friend, and then whatever else is left in your hand. So Book of Moon and Talents are kind of the same, where when you go first, it kind of helps you keep playing, or if your hand's good enough, this can become like D-Barrier. Then going second, it helps break too. So in combination with cards too, I chose these because I didn't want to draw a pair. I mean, I only want to draw 1. I didn't want to ever draw like 3 of any of these. I felt like that would be really, really bad. I didn't think I'd do well enough to explain my ratio, so that's kind of what I was telling everybody about this. But effect negation on a unicorn was really strong enough. Because what will happen sometimes is when you Veiler the first monster in Kashtira, they go to make Shank Era. And then if you pair this with a Book of Moon, in the draw phase, you can Book of Moon the Shank Era and then make a Happy and crash into it continuously. Typically on the 4th attack, what you do with Happy is instead of grabbing a Delicious, you end up grabbing a Pretty Memory. And then the Pretty Memory can then attach to your Happy and then suck the Shank Era up. This card was like the MVP kind of effect of the whole tournament. Let's see.
I like that, like when I was watching how you were using Imperm was really cool when you had a board too, because you're able to like ignore certain things, and because Noir zones out just so much that the Imperm like really trades for a lot near the end.
Let's talk about the extract first, because that kind of good covers. Because I guess I'll talk about why I play. Yeah, just kind of fan all these out. I played 2 of each, and they all came up, including the seconds. Happy just kind of going for not necessarily a kill turn, but like the avalanche turn when you kind of make a big Happy. Your last search, where you got when you search 3, you get 2 extra searches. You get 2 off of the what is it called, the Happy, and then the last one can kind of search pretty, and then it gives it multiple kind of suck effects to kind of get a big Happy with low commitment. So back to that play earlier when you kind of Book of Moon the Shang Era, if your goal is to make a Happy and it resolves and it crashes through, this becomes a really big monster where you can kind of hard make a Noir without committing a lot of cards too, without discarding too. Plump, everyone knows what Plump does, and then Beauty was really, really good, where if most of my hands going first, I would try to prioritize Beauty, my friend, trap card, or something else to kind of interrupt. If my hand was good enough, I'll even make double beauty. The reason why is beauty sits enough to where they can't kill you for the most part, and then if it survives, this won't survive. So they'll try to destroy this or something, and my friend will trigger. And this, all you're trying to do is protect the my friend and then not dying. And if destroyed, you even grab just the one back, gives you enough play on your turn to kind of counteract, because then you'll start your turn off with my friend, and then you have this going on too. So 2 beauty was great, and then the suck effect was amazing. Noir was amazing too. Both the soft noirs off the trap card and then the hard noirs on that follow-up turn really was like the kill turn, where like you're aggressively drawing with plump and then overlaying on top with noir to draw. Big fan of all these. I wouldn't cut any of them. And then these ones I play Delirious and Fuko in testing. Both of these came up a lot to make Zeus. In the tournament, this one didn't come up at all. And then when people were Unicorn or Mind Hackering me, the first card they take was Doubter Magician, and then the second card would probably be like Delirious. Bob Zeus came up in same games a lot. And then Princess Spell came up a lot. This card I never made. I wish I played Donner. I don't think I would cut this. I'd probably cut the Fuko for Donner. But a lot of the times when my tactics would take something, I couldn't make anything, so that was an issue. It never was a problem where I would lose, but it did come up enough to where it would probably warrant me to play it finally. Maybe I'll cut this. This guy didn't come up, but it's probably one of these. And that's all. Did I go? No, I didn't go to my extra or side deck for it.
Yeah.
Played 3 Gamma, RIP, 1 Driver, 2 Droll, 2 Bell, 3 Evenly, and 3 Summon Limit. This card was Dark Ruler no more until Thursday night when I kind of last minute switched to Droll and Lockbird. I'm not sure why I did that. Both were for Super Heavy Samurai anyway. But this card ended up being good because I had coverage for Dragon Link, which is something I played.
It was my fault because I brought up Spell Cancer, probably.
Yes.
Yep.
So I think I'm stupid because everybody main decks this, and I don't think it's really great. And even back to that play before, where your first action when you're playing, I know it's not good against Purrely, but even playing against, like, say, the mirror match or anything that's not Super Heavy Samurai in the tournament, this felt really bad in. So back to that play where your first action, you go Black Cat. If it goes Resolve and you add My Friend, you can kind of first action in main phase play My Friend to grab a Pretty Memory, and you have a free Beauty right there too, which is an interrupt on your opponent's turn. And all that you can play under Droll. So even when we add the Pretty Memory at Resolution, and they draw in Lockbird, you can just play the card and then like upgrade Black Cat to it. If they don't draw in Lockbird, you can special White Cat and hope to hit. This went in going second against a lot of matchups and going first against Kashtero in case they shifter you. If they shifter you, you kind of lose. I don't play a card that this makes to punish the Kashtero deck more. I wish I did do that. It came up to where I did it against, in my top 32 match against Jesse Cotton, game 2. I went first, and I played a spell card, he shifted, and I gambled, and I still lost, because this card just ended up being banished at the end of the turn. This was in for Labyrinth. Labyrinth was very scary. I ended up losing the Labyrinth a lot. I have a friend, Chris Lynn, who talks about Labyrinth a lot. And he does trash me often. And then at a tournament the week before the YCS, they eradicated me, and the following turn they decked at me. So I wanted something to attack the engine. And then these two were the MVP. I played a few Kashtero where I evenly matched the big board, the Shang Era, Arise Hard, and Mind Hacker board. Yeah, Mind Hacker board. So this covered a lot. And then when I go first, this was like, game if you ever set up. Even Beauty, My Friend, Summon Limit's really good, because with Summon Limit on board, they can't Zeus you, and then just enough, they have enough like power to like beat over the Beauty to kind of trigger the My Friend. And then the next turn you can make another Beauty if you like. And if you're really going to go for a combo turn, you can tribute this off to steal via the Beauty effect, and then if you have, you know, like that's crazy enough to break your own floodgates. And that's the deck.
All right, that's awesome. Congrats, and any shout-outs?
Shout-outs to Phenomenal Games, 100 North Lindenwold, 100 North White Horse Pike, Lindenwold, New Jersey. David Barnes, the owner over there. Shout-outs to Card Overflow. And that's all.
All right, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing your deck with us, and congrats.
Thank you.